lip trills. Gets the face woken up, fixes your face, and it fixes your MF and attitude. Speaking of which, so does exercise.
Yeah, it sure does.
Cody and Kayla here. B.Bloomed.
I'm Kayla and that's Cody.
Yeah, we just covered that. We're going to cover it again. Cody here.
I'm Kayla.
Okay, all right. Balto. Yeah, the dog's here. Always doing downward dog. And we're doing a demonstration video for this week's micro sessions.
Yes.
Part of the B.Bloomed Mind Body Complex Fitness. Just kind of our style. Like we mix and match yoga. We like to do a lot of body weight movements because we all kind of are lacking access to gyms and equipment right now, right?
I mean, we have weights and stuff, but it's these micro sessions. It's a lot easier to stop throughout your day for 5 minutes and do body weight movements.
Yeah, instead of to go and like gather all your equipment. And your equipment's right here.
Yeah.
Right? You have a gravitational field and your body. So.
And sometimes you're more likely to work out if you don't have to go get all the equipment. You're like, okay, I can do all this right now, right here.
Here we go. Yeah. So, well, just make sure you're not wearing any like slacks that aren't stretchy, because like me, you'll just rip the crotch out of them. So you do have to have like somewhat of I got killed at a snort. You have to have somewhat of a stretch. You have to have like some appropriate workout clothes on for some of these things, right? Yeah. Like I will rip these shorts for trying to do certain things. So, what are the 6 movements this week? Warrior
3 deadlift.
Warrior 3 deadlift.
Quad busters. We also got the
B.Bloomed V-ups. B-ups. B.Bloomed style.
Classic push-ups.
Classic.
We have the B.Bloomed shoulder press.
Yep.
And then our back complex.
Back complex. So those are the 6 things. So let's go through those.
So we're trying to find movements that work all different muscles that you can put together these little mini sessions.
Yeah. Well,
so you're not working at all the same muscle.
Yeah, so not every movement's like a lower body. We try to mix up the movements to cover the different muscle groups, right?
Right, correct.
So Warrior 3 deadlift. So this is going to work a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. So you want to root through your standing foot. I'm going to root through my left foot. Get light on the right. So you want to really root down, find a spot that you can gaze at to help you keep your balance. And then you're going to lift up your right leg or the opposite leg. You want to find your balance here. I like to have my hands at heart center and then take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, extend the leg back, taking the arms up overhead, and then come back to standing, lifting that leg up. And that was 1 rep. This is 2.
Kicking me in the butt.
And so on.
Do one more.
Okay.
Do one more. I'm on your way. Kind of do
Finding balance.
Combat speed.
Ooh, fun. Make sure
One more. Get it. Nail it. Crush it.
I did a bunch of these yesterday.
Little wobbly. It's okay.
I'm so
it doesn't matter. No, it's all right.
I know.
You're going to be wobbly, but the point is you're still doing the motion. Like you're working the muscles in your legs. That's balancing. You're working your fast twitch, not fast twitch, but you're working the muscles in the leg for the fact of balancing, right? And actually, if you do that long enough, you will start to feel quite a burn down this area.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But also, when you're going forward like this, you're also engaging the hamstrings. And then when you stick the leg out and this, you're hitting glutes and back.
Back, yep, all this.
Right, and you come up, you're hitting the hamstrings again. Right, it's a pretty great move.
So there is also a modification.
Modifications.
You can do this like against a wall, or if you have a couch like we have here.
Oh, there you go.
So you start the same way, or you can even start here. Lean forward, come up, come back to standing. This is very beginner version.
But still, you're
still
moving.
You still feel it.
Moving your body through time and space instead of sitting there completely sedentary.
So yeah.
And then also another mod would be to go from here and just touch the fingers to the ground for a second. And then come back up, hands heart center. That's a modification too. Okay. Next move.
Quad busters.
Quad busters. Let's demonstrate. Ready? I'll go sideways, you go forwards.
Okay.
Here, go forwards. Ready? So you literally just lift the leg up, just like on the last exercise, and you just stick your leg straight out. And you can do it in reps, like that burns like crazy.
It sure does.
You can do it in reps and like decide how long you're gonna hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bring it in, and you can switch sides. Oh, you gotta balance too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's even cool to kind of do it in a mountain pose. So here's where the yoga kind of gets in there, right? Ooh, yoga, so hippy dippy.
Yeah.
Mountain pose. You're balancing. This is a yoga posture, but then you, is there a name for this in yoga?
Well, when you come down like this.
Right.
And then, you let go. And then you literally contracts.
One more. At the side. Kick it. Kick it. Okay, so that's quad busters.
Modifications for that, just going out as far as you can. If
Right,
you start here, you're still
so maybe all you can do is this.
Working that muscle, right?
Maybe you can't go all the way up, and just you're still working it.
Yeah.
Even if you're so stiff and weak that you can only go like this, that's okay. Do it. At least you're not sitting down, not contracting those muscles.
Right. Okay, B.Bloomed V-ups.
Okay, want me to show?
Sir Cody.
Okay, I'll show the advanced version, then we'll show the mods. You start in a hollow hold, and you swing the arms up into a boat pose. That was not a very good one. Let's try it again. There we go.
Find that balance point on your gluteus.
One more. Ooh, find that balance point. Now here's some mods. You could be right here and just pop up and bend the legs instead of having to have a straight leg. Right? And another modification would be elbows on the ground. And then that feels kind of funky. Can't really move around as much, but you're still working the core. Even your upper body's not moving. You're going like this. Kind of relax. You don't really move the upper body very much, or just enough to contract.
Right.
Is that the best modification for that?
You were coming up on your hands.
Was I? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Forearms. You're here. Up on your hands. Like that. There. That makes more sense.
Does that feel better?
Well, yeah. Now there's actual movement there.
Right.
So that's a modification for the V-ups.
Push-ups.
Classic push-up. So I mean, this is just going to work the chest and the core and the shoulders and the triceps.
So you can, once again, there's different modifications. You can be on a wall or a couch. Level 1.
Boom.
Straight body.
Crushing it.
Lower down.
Bam.
1.
2, mommy. Okay, so that's the mod. That's the next mod would be on knees. So go flat. Your whole body flat on the ground. Okay, hands like this under your shoulders. Right? And then bring the foot up, and now you have a perfectly straight body from knee to shoulder. As you come up, you're going to maintain that flat, that straight line. A straight line from here to here. Boom. Click, click, boom. There you go. Looks good. And then the standard push-up. Step back into your plank. Just come on down, nice. No, down and up, nice and controlled.
Come on down.
Come on down, nice and controlled. You can go like this. You can put the hands together a little more into the diamond, and you can do push-ups like that. A little more difficult if you'd like, but that's zip push-up.
Zip push-up.
Next,
shoulder press.
B.Bloomed shoulder presses. So there's like multiple variations of this we put together. So the most extreme version would be like a handstand push-up. You want to catch me so we can demonstrate?
Sure.
Stand right there.
I hope I can catch you.
I'm gonna throw this leg up. I'm not gonna go fast.
I was kind of working.
Grab on me. Now, I like to have my hands wider. If you don't have a partner to hold you, you do it against a wall normally. Handstand push-up. Boom! Pretty extreme. Okay, that's a pretty extreme movement unless you've already built up your upper body strength in that way. Or you can go up against the wall, ready? And just hold it for a period of time. You can time yourself. Let me down. So there's.
Or if he's a wall.
On the wall, you can climb up the wall. Okay, gotcha.
But then have
Yep.
bring your feet down so that you can create an L.
Yep, that's the way to do it too.
Holding here. Okay.
Yep. So you got the press, you got the hold, handstand push up, handstand hold, or you can do, you go into a downward dog. So you might want to start in a plank probably. Start here, go into your plank, press back in your downward dog, adjust your hands however wide you need them to be so your shoulders aren't feeling funky while you're doing them, and just lower yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. And then there's the tuck jump. So we're kind of giving you more than one movement here. They're all about working the shoulders though,
Right.
and inverting, right? So you got the handstand push-ups. Just hold, the handstand hold, either the L version or the feet up against the wall, flat against the wall version. You got the downward dog, shoulder press, and there's these things called tuck jumps, which also work the shoulders, but you're actually kind of preparing yourself to do handstands, because the whole point of these is to get the hips above the shoulder. So once again, you go to a downward dog, but then you're going to kind of walk your feet up a little closer and more together. And you're going to inhale, bend the knees, exhale, and jump and do a little. You want to tell them what I'm doing while I do these?
Yeah, so take a nice deep inhale, press through the feet. You want to jump up and bring the hips over the shoulders.
What am I doing up there?
You're.
You want to find that point where you're like
weightless.
There's a moment where you're in control of the quote unquote handstand, right?
Right there.
Okay, so that's B.Bloomed shoulder presses, or just a variation of shoulder, inversion and shoulder work you can do with your body weight.
Right.
Last one.
Back complex.
B.Bloomed back complex. So you can just do pull-ups for this one. We'll just make pull-ups one of the movements, right?
Right.
So you got a pull-up bar, you like doing pull-ups, or you want to work on pull-ups, and you have a pull-up bar and you haven't used it, go ahead and get it out. Maybe
you can do full pull-ups or you can do inverted rows as well.
If you have the equipment. So
right.
like an inverted row is where you have something you can grab onto, like maybe you have TRX bands, or like I've built the thing that I can use, but basically lay down, you pull yourself up to something, or do a pull-up. Let's say that I can do a bunch of pull-ups, but you kind of get tired of the same direction. Like pull-ups is like one direction. It's just up and down, which they're really good for building strength, don't get me wrong. We're going to show you ways to work your back in different directions than just pull-ups. So you could mix pull-ups with these. What I plan on doing this coming week is mixing, lowering the reps to my pull-ups and doing slower pull-ups up and down, but mixing it with these three movements. So the first one's for the upper back. You want to demonstrate this one? Lay down with your shoulders facing that way. Bend your knees, feet flat on the ground. Scoot that way a little bit more. Okay, so you're gonna bring your out to the side like that, elbows out. Now you kind of want to You want to be like that. I'll be like this, okay? So you're gonna kind of be on the ground, kind of like this. You're gonna kind of tuck the shoulders and the elbows in a little bit, so when you come up, your elbows aren't sliding in, so they're not rubbing on like the carpet or whatever you're doing. It's gonna get rug burns on your elbows. But just try one. Just like push your elbows into the ground, just to pull your body up there. Yep. Just that small movement. Try it again. Yeah, just that little movement she's doing. Go ahead. Yeah, she's driving her elbows into the ground to work those the traps and the rhomboids, the muscles in the upper back. Feels awkward because you're not used to doing it, but you can feel them contracting, right?
Oh yeah, and you're not going up very far.
You're not moving very far. You're really not going up much, but it doesn't take much.
At first, it might not feel like you're doing anything, but
you do a few, but you do it in a rest. You're gonna feel it. Okay, so that's for the upper back. Now for the lats, let's readjust this. So for your lats and your middle back, I'll show you the modification. You're gonna be fully extended on the ground. Oops, there we go. And then you're gonna stay on your forearms, and you're gonna kind of pull you want your body to kind of be like dead weight, and you're gonna like pretend like you're, I don't want to say this without being offensive, but like you're paralyzed from like the chest down, and you're dragging that dead weight up onto your forearms. 1.
This is easier if you're wearing like clothes, pants and socks. And you want to...
Yeah, you want to be mindful of the surface you're doing it on, what you're wearing, because you could get rug burns or whatever, right?
Well, it's easier to do on a hard surface. So like,
linoleum, hardwood floors.
Yeah, in your kitchen, or if you have hardwood floors.
Okay, here's the advanced version. You come up onto your hands and not your forearms. It's almost like you're pulling yourself into an upward-facing dog. And you slide back down. Those are a lot of work. Okay, so that's for the upper back, the middle back, and the lats. And Kayla's going to show you locust pose, or also known as Superman's.
Right. Okay, so come flat on your front. There are many different places that you can have your hands. You can have your hands under your thighs, palms down. So take a nice deep inhale, lift the legs and head back. Toes touching. All right? You can also take your hands out from under you. Inhale, lift up. You can take your arms out to the side. You can take your arms up overhead. You can clasp your hands behind you.
You look good doing that.
So you can hold it for a certain amount of time, or you can do reps. But if you do reps, you want to make sure that you're holding at the top for 2 to 3 seconds.
Yeah, show them a couple.
So, inhale.
Two. Notice that she's laying down, like turning her head to different sides. That's interesting, just to, I guess, keep it symmetrical, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it. That's the back complex. So we've actually given you that's like 12 plus movements right there. So design your workouts, decide what you're gonna do each day, pick and choose from these 6, and I usually do 2 to 3 movements, and I'll shoot for like between 3 and 6 rounds, depending on the difficulty of the things I'm doing, and try to do something a little bit different every day. And we're also talking about taking these 6 movements, and during the week going live in our Facebook group and doing a Tabata class where we go through all 6 movements. We do 20 on, 10 off, 20 on, 10 off. We do 3 to 5 rounds of that. So hope you guys are enjoying this. We love you all.
Love you.
Be bloomed.
Be bloomed.
Bye.